purchase written book, let's see the sales written book. Well, once a goods is sold to someone, it is returned back to us only because of the reasons as mentioned in the earlier video of purchase written, like that of delivery not on time, or goods are damaged, or goods are not as per the sample, goods are of inferior quality, or if there is any kind of refund or any rebate or any subsidy on the return of goods container or packaging, or any other reason related to the purchase of the customer. Well, it is sales for us, it is a purchase for the customer, right? So when there is a sales return, first of all, the purchaser, means our customer, will send us a debit note to us first, because in his books of account he has debited our account for return of goods, like the Mr. Trader's account debit to purchase written in his books. So he'll first send us the debit note along with the goods. And as a supplier, we have sold, so we are the supplier for the customer. So as a supplier, when we receive the goods returned by a customer, we write back a credit note to the customer that I have received the goods. So that is the case for credit note. Now talking about the specimen of the sales written book, it is the same as that of the sales book. Instead, there is a difference of just the outward invoice number, which is written in the sales book, is just converted to credit note. Now, talking about the specimen of the sales written book, or the format in which the sales written book has to be made, it is simple. It is the same as that of sales book. Let's see. In sales book, we have simple and columnar. In the same way, sales written book also has simple as well as columnar sales written book, where in the simple one only the single column of amount and particulars is kept, and in columnar we have various columns in respect to the types of goods and the expenses. So various columns are made for goods or for the expenses in columnar type of format. These were for the sales written. But one most important thing is that in sales book we had the outward invoice number, the number of invoice which we send to our customer. But in sales return book, we, instead of the outward invoice number, we have the credit note, which we send as a supplier to our customer that we have received your goods. Let's see a specimen of credit note. Now, credit note is an important document related to sales return. When the goods sold on credit are returned by the customer to the trader, then the proportionate amount for the returned goods is credited to the account of such customer. Like for sales, we write Mr. A's account debit to sales. So here A's account is debited, but when the sales is returned, the sales return account is debited and the customer's account, that is Mr. A's account, is credited. So here, as the customer's account is credited, the credit note is to be sent. A note sent to the customer confirming such credit is known as credit note. Now, as a trader, when we send the goods purchased from someone else, we also write a debit note, right? So as the trader receives our goods, he returns back a credit note. So the same is here, like when the sales is returned back to us, we write a credit note to our customer. So whenever a businessman sells goods on credit, he debits the customer's account and credits the sales account, as we said earlier. Then when the goods are returned, the transaction, the entry changes to the customer's account is credited, and the sales of goods is debited. The sales return account is debited. Now, while we send a customer with the credit note, we have many things on the credit note. Like here in this specimen of credit note, we have the name and address of the customer to whom who has returned the goods. See here, it is the Sri Shivam traders, the traders of chocolate. They have sent goods back to Mr. Sri Patel Trading Company. Here, the name and address is given: 7 Sri Hari Building, Navrangpura, Ahmedabad. So, Sri Shivam traders are from this Navrangpura, Ahmedabad. This is the detail of the sender, our customer. Then there is the credit note number 223. Then date is also there over here on March 7, 2015. Then full particulars of goods return, that is we have received, like if we are Sri Patel Trading Company, we have received, then today received back 10 boxes of chocolate worth rupees 2000 each. Okay, this is the particular which we send to Shivam traders. We are sending it back to them. So the net value, the net amount of goods of rupees 20,000 is also mentioned over here, and the reason for returning is already returned, because of the damage, inferior quality of chocolate. So this is a specimen of the credit note which is sent when the sales are returned, or when as a trader we get the sales return back. We send this credit note to a customer. Okay. So friends, if you have liked my video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.